Let's get it, baby. Welcome back to the station. Welcome back to the channel. Y'all know who it is. It's your boy, Ray G. You can find me on Twitter down there somewhere over there. Yeah, you go. At Ray GQ. If this is your first time on the channel, thank you. Welcome. If you stick to the end and you like the content, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, like it, but most importantly, engage with the good people below. The comments are always popping. Tell me what you think about these trades. Tell me where you think I was right, where I went wrong. If y'all agree, disagree, it doesn't matter. We're all trying to be better at this game of Dynasty Fantasy Football. You can find this show as well as a ton of other content over on FTNFantasy.com or FTN Network. Catch all the podcasts over there. Dope resources, tools, articles to help you be better in fantasy football. But this show right here, for those of y'all who don't know, I got to make this disclaimer every time, so just bear with me. We talk about these trades from a very general viewpoint, right? I'm not going to dive into every single setting from every different league from these trades that were submitted. We're just looking at them, players, values, picks, talking about the, where these guys are valued right now, the midway point through this NFL season. I was going to do something different where I use the TV behind me to kind of show the trades. Maybe another day I'll do that. But let's get it popping because we got a lot of players to talk about. Got some good trades. We'll see how this plays out. So the first one, we're going to take a look at a deal involving a player who decided that he was going to take some time away from the game to kind of focus on his mental health. Much respect and love to Atlanta Falcons wide receiver Calvin Ridley. But what's Ridley going for in Dynasty right now? So this first trade that we have Calvin Ridley being acquired for Cordero Patterson and Van Jefferson. I'm seeing a lot of stuff. I'm seeing some people say that they think he's going to retire. Other people are saying he's going to take a couple of weeks off. The reality is nobody knows what Calvin Ridley's going to do besides Calvin Ridley. He's the only person in the world that knows what his plans are for football. Right now in Dynasty, what would I be doing with Calvin Ridley? I like the acquisition of Calvin Ridley, first and foremost. Best player in the deal. We always start off with who acquired the best player in the deal. The best player in this trade for Dynasty Fantasy Football is Calvin Ridley. If you're talking seasonal leagues, Cordero Patterson, Van Jefferson probably score you more points rest of season, probably the way it stands right now. But in Dynasty, I still would bet on Calvin Ridley, and I would happily give up 30-year-old Cordero Patterson and Van Jefferson. Even though Van Jefferson gets sort of a stock up with Deshaun Jackson out of the way, with Tutu Atwell on IR, I really like Van Jefferson. And every time he's given volume and opportunity, he produces. Like Van Jefferson, a player like Michael Pittman Jr., who we'll talk about here shortly, I am trying to acquire in Dynasty. But right now, I don't care if it's single quarterback, super flex, tight end premium, 10-team, 12-team, 14-team league. Give me Calvin Ridley. I'm still going to bet on the talent of Calvin Ridley. I am going to just, listen, we all need some time away. Hell, I need a break from my damn job, mentally. And I hope he gets the help that he needs. But if this is all you have to pay in order to get Calvin Ridley, sign me up any day of the week. I want Calvin Ridley. Don't care the format. Don't care any of that stuff. Give me Calvin Ridley. All right. Big deal right here. Big deal. My man Gabe. I hate when y'all block out people's names. Put their ass on the show. Let the shame seek into their bone. Let that shame marinate in them so they can come sign up. Prospect Talk, patreon.com/Prospect Talk to get some advice, to get some help, to make sure they don't make blasphemous deals like this one right here. So here's a trade that took place between my man Gabe. Gabe received Christian McCaffrey, Patrick Mahomes, and a 2023 second-round pick for Aaron Rodgers, Jalen Hurts, Antonio Gibson, and Darnell Mooney. All right. The best player in the deal is Patrick Mahomes. I understand that Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs have not been playing well this season at all. They haven't. They have not been playing well, but damn it, he's still Patrick Mahomes, man. He's signed a $500 million deal. He's extremely young. It's a quarterback-driven league, and I'm going to assume since so many quarterbacks are being traded here, this is super flex. The second best player in the deal is Christian McCaffrey, and I get that he's on IR. I want McCaffrey and Mahomes, and then you're going to give me a 2023 second-round pick on top of Christian McCaffrey and Patrick Mahomes. Listen, I am a big believer in Jalen Hurts and that means absolutely nothing. That has nothing to do with his dynasty value because it seems like the Philadelphia Eagles are not a big believer in Jalen Hurts. And right now, at this very juncture, I think they will draft a quarterback with one of those three potential top 10 picks. They're going to draft a quarterback. Jalen Hurts is not going to be the full-time starter for them next year. This is just where I sit today. If I'm wrong, I'll be happy to be wrong because I like Jalen Hurts, and I think he's talented. Offense, it just looks bad right now. But Jalen Hurts, not locked into a starting job. Aaron Rodgers, older, much older at this stage of his career. Antonio Gibson, we've kind of talked about him on past shows. Love Antonio Gibson. Just McKissick is a problem, man. He's a problem. So if I'm looking at this deal, let's just say this. I would take Patrick Mahomes over the combination of Aaron Rodgers and Jalen Hurts. And then I want Christian McCaffrey 100 out of 100 times over Antonio Gibson. Is Darnell Mooney worth a 2023 second-round pick? I mean, that seems pretty even to me. But let's just give the edge to Darnell Mooney. Patrick Mahomes and Christian McCaffrey still win out in this deal. This was a great trade, getting 2 top 10 Superflex Dynasty startup assets for an aging Aaron Rodgers who's on the back nine of his career. Hell, probably like the last 2 holes of his career. Jalen Hurts, we don't know what the future is long term. Antonio Gibson, the great value version of Christian McCaffrey, and Darnell Mooney. Give me CMC, give me Patrick Mahomes, give me the 2023 second-round pick, and I want to see who the hell his name is whited out so we can keep him or her from making bad deals like that one. Christian McCaffrey, Patrick Mahomes in the second, all day, every day. Now let's take a look at this trade involving Indianapolis Colts running back Jonathan Taylor. So right here, we have JT and a 2023 third-round pick, $25 in fab, being acquired for James Conner. And wow, not one. Good. Let me do the LeBron James Miami Heat take right here. Not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 first-round picks. 2 of those in the 2023 class, 1 of those in 2022, and then a 2024 fourth-round pick. So JT got shipped off for 4 first-round picks. Wow. Best player in the deal is JT. Start with that side. The second, third, fourth, and fifth best assets in this trade are those first-round picks. This is a haul for Jonathan Taylor. And if you're going to tell me I can get 4 first-round picks for JT, and 2 of those 4 are in 2023, which that running back class is insane. Yeah, man. I like this deal. I love JT. He's a player I wouldn't actively be trying to trade. I traded him. I traded him and Kyle Pitts for Mahomes in a 14-team Superflex league. But if I get 4 first-round picks for JT, dog, you got to take that. That's a haul. Raptor 1523. That's my man Adam. Dope deal. Dope deal for you, Adam. I love it. 4 firsts for JT. There goes the market. My dog just set the market on Jonathan Taylor trades right there. Damn. All right, let's talk about Jets, man. Justin Jefferson, not the New York Jets. Justin Jefferson, not the Jets, no. We've got Kareem Hunt and Justin Jefferson being acquired for Tyler Lockett, Joe Mixon, and a 2022 second. Tyler Lockett balling out this year. Kareem Hunt on IR right now with the calf injury, I believe it is. Justin Jefferson is the best player in this deal. Second best player, dynasty-wise, probably Joe Mixon, followed by Tyler Lockett, then Kareem Hunt, and then that 2022 second. But Justin Jefferson, for me, if we had to tier these players, he's the only Tier 1 dynasty asset in this trade. And if I have an ability to acquire Justin Jefferson in dynasty, I want to do it. And the value that you lose from Joe Mixon to Kareem Hunt, yeah, I'd prefer Joe Mixon to Kareem Hunt. Yes, absolutely. But I prefer Justin Jefferson over everybody on the screen right now by a very, very wide margin. So I love this deal for you, Tyler. I think this was a fantastic trade. Getting the Dynasty wide receiver 1, wide receiver 2, at worst, top 3 Dynasty wide receiver in Justin Jefferson for Lockett, who's still balling, man. Tyler Lockett continues to ball, but Lockett's getting up there in age, and Joe Mixon, would love to have him over Kareem Hunt, but the any opportunity to get Justin Jefferson for a reasonable cost, which I think this was quite reasonable, you got to take it, man. Good deal, Tyler. Love it. Go out there and send some. If this is all it takes to get Jefferson, because he's not having the year that he had last year, but he's still playing pretty damn good. So if people are out there asleep on Justin Jefferson, go make that move. Go make that move. If that's all it takes to acquire Justin Jefferson, go make that move. All right, one of the hottest players being talked about right now who will play later on this evening, or by the time you listen to it, shit, he might have already played. If you're listening to this on Friday, yes, he already played. We'll see how he did. Michael Carter. We've got Michael Carter being traded away, sent away. Bye-bye, Michael Carter, and a 2022 third-round pick for a 2022 first. So you get a first, you send Michael Carter in a third. I wasn't the biggest Michael Carter fan coming out. I think I had him at RB5. I think he was RB5 for me in the class. RB5, RB6. I don't think it was any further down than that. Probably RB5. But it's hard to argue, especially what he did last week. His involvement in the receiving game, just the Jets' sort of confidence to rely on him to handle that type of workload, that type of opportunity. And I'm hearing a lot of smart people say Michael Carter is going to be that dude in the backfield for a minute. So do you want to trade away a young rookie potential stud running back for the uncertainty of what that first-round pick may be? I don't know, man. Even if you're in a rebuild, I still think I would prefer at this point in time, unless you're telling me that that first-round pick is 101 through 104, probably going to take Michael Carter. I guess if you're telling me I can for sure secure, if it's super flex, the first 3 of the first 5 picks will be quarterbacks. So you still have a good chance to land Kenneth Walker. You have a good chance to land Breece Hall, maybe Isaiah Spiller, Treylon Burks, Garrett Wilson. I don't hate it, but I probably would rather. Feels weird kind of saying it because I wasn't the biggest Carter fan, but I still think I'd rather Michael Carter in that trade. I don't think it's a bad deal at all, but I would probably prefer Michael Carter to those picks. All right, let's talk about another Mike Gallup. Michael Gallup, 2023 second-round pick, or Michael Gallup. Gallup is probably not going to be on the Dallas Cowboys next year. Love Michael Gallup, but CeeDee Lamb, Amari. I'm saying that, but they could get rid of Amari. Either situation, whether he finds a new home next year as a high-end wide receiver 2 on that team, or they try to roll him out there as the WR1, or he stays in Dallas, remove Amari Cooper from the situation. I take Michael Gallup over the second. I think that's a valuable pick. The 2023 second is going to be a valuable pick. But Michael Gallup is a stud, man. Michael Gallup can ball. We've seen Michael Gallup do it. That's not a bad acquisition cost to get Michael Gallup. And speaking of these picks, I know I had a rookie mock draft that came out 2 weeks ago. This coming Monday, we've conducted a couple of other 2022 rookie mock drafts, so we actually have some ADP. We will be releasing our top 15, like our big board, our version of the big board. Only doing 15. If you want the rest, you know what you got to do. But we're going to take a look at the top 15 players based on these 2022 rookie mocks. And that top 15 is pretty good. It gets you the top 5 running backs, top 5 wide receivers, and probably the top 5 quarterbacks inside that top 15. 2023 class is dope, but I want Michael Gallup over that 2023 second-round pick. Another Mike. We got 3 Mikes in a row. Mike Pittman, Mike Carter, Mike Gallup. Michael Pittman, De'Ami Brown, a 2024 first-rounder, a 2024 second-rounder, and a 2023 second-round pick for Jerry Jeudy. Y'all. This is insane. Pittman, first, second, and another second in 2023, plus De'Ami Brown for Jerry Jeudy? Bro, whoever did this should be just stoned in public, because this is egregious. There's no way in hell, and I love Jerry Jeudy, there's no way in hell I'm trading all this to get Jerry Jeudy. I mean, Michael Pittman alone, Michael Pittman and maybe a 2024 second-round pick would all I'd be maybe willing to trade for Jerry Jeudy, but that's a lateral move to me. I mean, Pittman is, 12th in the NFL in receiving and receptions, top 13, top 15 receptions and yards on the season. Yeah, man, love Jerry Jeudy, but Michael Pittman is an ascending player. And just looking at this right here just further confirms my belief and my encouragement to you all to go trade for Michael Pittman Jr. I'm looking you dead in the camera. Go trade for Michael Pittman Jr., please. If you've got a Jerry Jeudy, and trade for 2024 picks as well, because people don't even give a shit. They don't know what's in that class. They have no clue. If you tap into what we laying down, you'll know that class is loaded. Trevion Henderson, Will Shipley, Ajay Hall, JoJo Earl, the running backs, Raheem Sanders. It's nasty looking class. Go trade for those picks because people are not valuing them where they properly should be. So this trade is egregious, man. No way in hell am I shipping off all of that for Jerry Jeudy. Get out of here. Move around. Bad deal. Good job for the Dynasty manager acquiring all those picks, Michael Pittman and De'Ami Brown. J.K. Dobbins in 2 first-round picks, one in 2022 and one in 2023 for Travis Kelce, Kylan Hill, Nico Collins. Love you, Kelce. Love Nico Collins. Give me J.K. Dobbins in the 2 firsts. I mean, it's simple. Give me J.K. Dobbins in the 2 first-round picks. I mean, when J.K. comes back from the ACL, he's the lead back. He's the feature guy in a dynamic Baltimore offense. Rashad Bateman, another year older. Marquise Brown, another year, more veteran experience. Travis Kelce is only getting older and older and older, and he's still dominant. Still the best tight end in football. He is no longer the Dynasty tight end one. You know who that is. Come on, folks. It's Kyle Pitts. But still dominant. Love Nico Collins. I'm glad Tyrod Taylor's back, so maybe we can see some more Nico Collins in action, see him flourishing a little bit more. But if I'm getting Dobbins, essentially it's 3 first-round picks for Travis Kelce. Dobbins, first in 2022, first in 2023 for Travis Kelce. And Nico Collins, yeah, give me that. Love that side. Good trade right there, Watson. Good trade, man. Good trade. All right, Chase Edmonds, Elijah Mitchell were acquired for Cam Akers, 2022 first, and the 2022 second. Okay, here's an interesting one. This is a good one. Would you rather bet on Elijah Mitchell long-term or Cam Akers and 2 picks in 2022? So you get Cam Akers, a first and a second next year, or Chase Edmonds and Elijah Mitchell. I don't believe that Chase Edmonds will ever be a bell cow running back. I think we can eliminate that. He's good when given the opportunity, but he's not going to be a feature 3-down guy, right? He's not going to do that. We already see James Conner taking a ton of carries, especially at the goal line. I do believe Elijah Mitchell is going to be the running back of the future for San Francisco. What that future is for the running back position, 2-3 years, right? 2-3 years. Next year after that, if he balls out, they give him an extension, then he's got 2 more years. I like Elijah Mitchell a lot. I think he's proving a lot. I mean, he's relegating 3rd-round pick Trey Sermon to the bench. Elijah Mitchell picked in the 6th round. But Cam Akers, man, I mean, he's right on schedule from the Achilles tear. How do you feel about that? I know the sample size of running backs coming back from that injury is limited and not good, but he looks good. He's young. He looks good. I would want to bet on that talent of Cam Akers. And if I were offered this, I would probably prefer the Cam Akers side of this deal. Give me what Cam Akers can still become, even if he's only, what if Cam Akers is 80% of what we anticipated him to be this year? You add in another 1st-round pick. You get a 2nd-round pick. You continue to build your roster. I love that deal. It's not going to help you this year because Edmonds and Mitchell are going to score. Those picks in Cam Akers are not. But if Cam can come back, and I believe he can, I've got the conviction, and I'm going to say he will come back. Maybe he starts the season on the pup. They work him in slow, but he will be back. He will be playing football, and we may not realize the full Cam Akers potential in 2022, but the year after, next NFL season, Akers will still be, 24 years old, 25, a year and a half removed from that Achilles tear. That's a savvy dynasty move. I like it. Give me Akers, the 1st and the 2nd, over Elijah Mitchell and Chase Edmonds. But I do love Elijah Mitchell. Y'all know I love Elijah Mitchell. I just have to say that. I love Elijah Mitchell, but my love for Cam Akers and my belief in what he can become and what he will mean for your dynasty roster is just a little bit higher for Akers opposed to Edmonds and Mitchell. Now, the last deal, another player who we thought may have had a chance to be moved at the deadline, Noah Fant. We got two tight ends, man. Noah Fant and Miles Sanders were acquired for George Kittle in a 2022 third-round pick. It's crazy how far George Kittle's sort of value has fallen, man. He was just like the most beloved player in the NFL 2 years ago. I mean, people were actually considering him or saying he should be in the MVP conversation a couple of years ago, the year that San Francisco made that run to the Super Bowl. Yeah, I think, oh, man. I feel like I want to say I want George Kittle, but probably the sound move is Fant and Sanders. I think the upside of what Kittle can be if he comes back and can stay on the damn field. I don't even care about the 2022 third. My question is, who's the best player in this deal? Is it still George Kittle? Is it Miles Sanders, who we've seen losing work to Kenneth Gainwell, and who knows what's going to happen when he comes back and Boston Scott continues to look good? Is it Noah Fant and his potential and his age? I still think the best player in the deal is George Kittle. The player that I would want in Dynasty, gosh, I'd probably try to get Fant and somebody else. I don't know what else. I don't know what else the other logo 15 had or whoever. Yeah, I don't know what logo 15 had, but I would have tried to get something other than Miles Sanders in return on this deal. I don't hate it. I'll let y'all tell me which side you prefer. I would reluctantly take Fant and Sanders, but I don't love it. I don't love it, but that's the side of the trade that I would probably lean towards in this deal. So I appreciate y'all stopping by. I told y'all, 2 Dynasty trade shows per week moving forward in the lab, FTN Network, FTN Fantasy. Make sure you're subscribed. If you stuck through to the end and you like the content, subscribe. Trying to get to 10K, baby. Let's try to get GQ to 10K before the end of the year, before 2020. Let's see if we can make it happen. And if not, I appreciate you still coming by, lending me 20-something minutes of your time to check out the content, check out the show. We'll be back with more stuff. Like I said, rookie 2022 rookie ADP, rookie mock draft ADP on deck, Superflex format. We got other dope shows coming out on the channel. Make sure you wake up with me every day, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Twitter feed right down there at RayGQ. And we'll be back with more content later this week. I'm out. Peace.